Hey FlossTube Stitchers, Shelley here. Remember me? It's been a minute since I did more than just a slideshow presentation, so I thought I'd show you a couple minutes of each day of the life of a shop owner this week. And right now I'm sitting outside the Strongsville post office, about to go in with this week's mail orders. There's so much glare, I can't tell if you're seeing that or not. But anyway, I also wanted to take this opportunity to thank everybody who took advantage of getting their purchases from me during this strange time. I said I wasn't going to use the C word, so I'm calling it the strange time. I really appreciate each and every order, and also appreciate your patience, especially when things aren't as quick to come in as you would like. Actually, all three major distributors that I dealt with were pretty much open and functioning, maybe just a bit slower than normal because of social distancing within their warehouses and maybe having less people working. And also, if any of the products were coming from overseas, like a lot of the fabric and the fiber, at least the base for them to be dyed, if they were waiting for that, that was going to take a little bit longer too, because a lot of countries had post offices that were shut down for a while. And the independent designers, oh, there's so many people in this parking lot. The independent designers who are normally able to work from home with the help of a husband or their kids or whatever, a lot of them are limiting their trips to the post office or to their printer or wherever else they need to go. And so they're still trying to fill our orders, but maybe a little bit slower than they would like. And so we appreciate everyone's patience. And as you can see, I am continuing to wear a mask because I think the science upholds the recommendations and suggestions. And so I'm doing that. And we've been open for 2 weeks now. But honestly, I feel like the mail order is still going to be a really big part of my business. And so another round of applause to all of you stitchers who kept me going during these last 3 months. I appreciate you very much. Okay, I'm off to the post office, or I'm going inside right now, and I'll see you tomorrow with some other snippets of a shop owner's life. Thanks. Hey, it's Tuesday, and I wanted to show you some of the fun mail that I got during the last few months. Most of the messages came with checks, and so they tended to be my regular customers who just took advantage of mail order during the time that I was closed to walk-in traffic. So this is from Charlotte W. Really sweet little teacup scene. Thanks, Shelley. I love the pattern and the colors. I added a little extra to cover shipping. I don't want you to have to pay the shipping on this small order. Thanks again. So I think it was just a chart and some thread, and I usually do free shipping for anything over $10 as long as it doesn't have to go in some kind of a strange box or whatever. And they know it's free shipping, but they paid the shipping anyway, which was really sweet, and more than one person did that. So it wasn't expected. I don't want to shame the people who didn't pay it. It was just like, it was really nice to know that my services were appreciated and that they, you know, cared about my business staying open. So here's another one. This is from Cindy W. It's a handmade card. And she says, "Thank you so much. The blues are exactly what I was looking for. Take care and be well." And Cindy is another one of those. I think she might have paid like 3 times the shipping on this really, really small order. So that was, at first I thought it was a mistake. And then later on when I actually had a conversation with her, she said, no, it was intentional. I didn't want you to, you know, suffer during this time. So that was appreciated. Here's another handmade card. This is from Judy and Joan. I think their friend makes these. So cute with the cross stitch. And it says, "Thank you for sending our stuff. We miss you." Do you see how long it's been since I've done a video? I don't remember where to look. Okay. All right, here. This was my first order to Kate M. And the card is a Valentine's Day card. I just thought that was funny. She said, Shelley, thanks for the floss and sorry about the random card. But the funny thing is, I think the same day I got another similar message from Eileen S. And it says, hi, Shelley, I'm using my random stash of cards to send your check to you. It's appropriate though, because it says thank you. And then she said, thank you for mailing my purchase. This is from Kirsten E., who knows I love dogs. This is so cute. I feel like framing it, like maybe do a little dog saying or something on the side and framing this. It's just so adorable. It's kind of the colors of Holly too, if you know my new little rescue. She says, hi, Shelley, here's the check for the rest of my recent order. Stay safe and be well. I can't wait to shop again. And this is from Joe. He just put it on a notepad. Shelley, thank you. I'm glad you figured a way to be able to stay in business. I included what you paid for shipping. I don't want you to take that hit. Really appreciated. All right, here's another thank you from Laura S. Hi, Shelley. I really enjoyed your FlossTube video about the Nashville market. You shared so many great things. Thanks for mailing my order to me. I love the market door price and freebie charts. I hope you continue to stay busy. Stay well. Thanks again. And then these next two are from Sue N. They're both puppies. And this one says, thanks for such great service. Nantucket Brew looks like it will be perfect. We'll also be whipping out Peter's Day Out. Thanks. That was a freebie chart from Lindy Stitches from Market. And then there's another one from Sue. And then here's a really cute thank you from Joanne S. Dear Shelley, sometimes buying sight unseen can be risky, but not so this time. I love them both, the flax and raw linen Aida in 20 count. Thanks so much. Stay well and be happy. And then Joanne ends it with a verse, John 14:27. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid. So I just wanted to share those with you. I thought they were all really sweet. Of course, I loved getting mail because I wasn't getting quite as many packages at the time. So it was always exciting when there was some mail in my box. Actually, the post office gave a lot of the local businesses free boxes to use during that time until they opened up again. And that was really convenient. It saved my mailman from trying to come back a couple different times to deliver. And I could just go in every morning on my way to work and check the box. So that was really cool. Really happy that they did that for us businesses and that they recognized that it would be an issue. It also saved us from standing in line to ask for our mail. So I think it saved their tellers a little bit of time too. But I guess that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hey, Holly. Do you think that looks like you? Does Kirsten's card look like you, huh? What do you think? Does that look like you? You're so pretty. Are you a pretty girl? Hey, it's Wednesday, and I thought I'd show you two great models that I snagged when I was at the Nashville Needlework Market, both from Judy Whitman at JBW Designs. Sometimes designers have extra models. They might have stitched it more than once to put in trunk shows, and sometimes they just have older models that they need to give away to a good home so that they have room to store newer models. And I was lucky enough to get the great, what is it? I keep forgetting what it's called. The Great Pumpkin Alphabet at the top in the orange frame. I think that was 40. And then ABCs and Christmas Trees was in the green frame. I think that was 35 because it was 75 total. And you can't even buy those frames for that price. So it was great. The only thing I had to do was give it to my framer to put paper and screw eyes and wire on the back. because I think she had Velcro for her type of display that she uses at market. So anyway, I'm really thrilled. They were pieces that I intended to stitch for myself someday anyway. So it doesn't even matter if she's going to retire them. They'll just go home with me eventually. So I just wanted to show those to you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hey folks, I posted really good news today for Throwback Thursday on my Facebook page, so maybe you already saw this by the time this video comes out. But I just found out recently that all of the titles from Audi TM Designs are available to shops ordering direct through her daughter, who's now her business partner. For a while, we could only get what the distributor was carrying, and they didn't carry all of the older designs. She had taken a little break in designing for a while, and she's back. She's designing more things, and all of her old things are available. So you can let me know what you like. If you've had your eye on something for a while, if you need to finish a series or saw some things on social media stitched and are interested in getting them, I'm here and I will order for you. She actually lived in the Cleveland area for, I don't remember if it was maybe 5 years or something, a while back, and did a few personal appearances at the shop. And so she was just a delight to have around, and we enjoyed having her models on display when we did trunk shows with her. So many of my local customers were already familiar with her, but you may just be discovering her. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I have in stock right now. And then I think the only good place to see all of her designs is her Facebook page. And also, I hope I remember, well, if I don't remember to put the link, there was a really nice article in the Monroe News, which is her local newspaper up there in Michigan. And it was on April 27th, 2020 of the newspaper. And all I did, well, I posted the link in my Facebook on Thursday, June 18th, okay? So if you didn't see it and I forget to list it in the show notes, just Google Monroe News Stitching Success, and I found it right away. Okay, so here goes. I love the saying on the first one. God would not have made me this creative if she wanted me to clean. Love it. And then this is Deja Brew. This is part of her Quaker-ish kind of series, Dutch Garden. I love the writing there. All right, here's one of the Gobble couples, Bonnie and Clyde. Here's another one, Carol and Nick. And the third one that we still have in stock are the native couples. All right, then this is one of her inspirational Quakers. This is Hope. Royal Wedding. So this is part of her Snow Row series, and I think she released them individually at first, but you can see them done either horizontally or vertically in a row all together. And I think there were 4 that were maybe considered boy snowmen, and then there were 4 snow girls. Okay, this is Too Cool. Too Pretty. She's kind of the springy version. Too Scared. And Too Windy. His hat's blowing away. All right, then she had the 12 Days of Christmas Quaker Style, and this was book number 1. This was book number 2. And then we have You Are My Lobster. which always incites a conversation about where that saying came from. So I'll let you figure that out yourself. Anyway, good news. And so let me know if you want me to order any of those for you, or if you need any of the ones that I have in stock. See you tomorrow. Bye. Can we just talk about all of the unexpected noises that can interrupt my videos? I thought this would be a good time to film because not too many customers would want to get out of their cars in this rain, but then there were bursts of thunder all throughout the afternoon. On Monday, when I was filming the last video, my neighbor at the karate studio started buffing his floors. Then there was a train. Then on Wednesday, as soon as I was ready to start filming, the worship team started practicing at the church next door, right on the other side of our shared wall. And then now, the storm. I can't win for losing. A train is going by. We'll wait for the train to finish. Oh my gosh. Can you hear that? Okay, for Saturday's show and tell, I'm actually going to show you evidence of why you should do as I say and not as I do. So back on Memorial Day, I decided I wanted to stitch on something patriotic. So I picked back up my July 4th freebie from Brianna Stewart. And because I didn't feel like gritting my fabric for such a small piece, and I knew I was only going to stitch for a little while that day since I was starting something new every day. So of course I started with the July 4th. And what I often do is work upside down when that's a good spot to start. And then it was going to help me keep my place when I did the flag. I wasn't going to have to count all that. All I had to do was line it up with the various letters and numbers of that phrase. So anyway, that's what I did. So of course I started with the red, and it was DMC 221. Then I moved on to the white, which was DMC 3865. Yes. And this is the result. Wow. So I think you can see, here's some fresh white over here in those rows, but look what happened here. So that is evidence of thread transfer because I had already stitched this red, and every time my needle came up or went down into a hole that was already occupied by red thread, there was transfer, and it ended up going all along the length of the thread that was in my needle. So every stitch I made got pinker and pinker. I'm so sad. So I'm going to have to redo it. I mean, there's no sense in taking the white out, right? Because I would just be doing the same thing again. I don't usually take the time to see if the thread is color fast or not. I mean, it was just DMC. I didn't expect to see that kind of transfer. So anyway, I guess that's lesson learned. I'll probably start over on another piece of fabric and grit it and then do all the white first, because the transfer doesn't really happen as much or doesn't show as much when you put a color next to the white. So anyway, always do your white first. And by the way, this is a quilting design board from Riley Blake Designs by Lori Holtz of Bee in My Bonnet. And obviously it was designed for quilting, where you would lay out your fabric choices to make a block, and you could rearrange them to your liking, and you could also do them on multiple boards and stack them and keep them for another day. And the fabric sticks to the board so it doesn't fly off the table or get mixed up or stick to something else. So it's a really great way to keep track of your quilting fabrics. But my stitching friend, Debbie Kay, thought it would be a really good way for me to show my in-progress stitching on FlossTube. So I thought that was a really lovely gift from her. And I now have an account with Riley Blake Designs, so I can get other Lori Holt products direct from that distributor instead of going through another middleman. So that was also an exciting plus to this gift. So thanks, Debbie. All right, see you later.